Hello, hello friends. Welcome to Crafting with Mary. If you're new here, I'm so glad you joined today. If you've been with me before, thank you for coming back. That means a lot to me that you return and watch my videos, so I do very much appreciate it. But today I am going to do an unboxing of Dreaming of Being Human by Dakota. I don't know if it's Detweiler or Dateweiler. I've heard it both ways, so I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but I'm going to say Dateweiler. But this is an 87 by 65 centimeter or 34.3 by 25.6 inch canvas. It is from Diamond Art Club, and it is square diamonds. I don't know when this came out. It's an older kit, but I grabbed it recently. Another one that the images are beautiful, but they just weren't my thing for whatever reason. For me, there's a lot of artwork is really, really pretty, but it's just not something that I would do. Now, as you know, if you've watched me before, my tastes have expanded and they continue to expand. So I saw this and a couple other of hers are now on my wish list that are, currently sold out. But I grabbed this one. Another one that had been on my wish list restocked, and I think actually, I'm trying to remember if this one restocked at the same time or if I just happened to be looking and I saw this one. I can't remember, but I got this one at the same time as I grabbed one on my wish list that restocked. So, but it's really, really cool looking. So we have 55 colors. 4 of them are Aurora Borealis, and for a total of 91,089 drills. So this must have come out a while ago if there's no fairy dust. Typically, there's fairy dust in most AB and fairy dust in most of them. Occasionally, there's not both, but it's very rare. So I'm wondering if this came out actually quite a while ago. But I'm anxious to see this, so let's get it out. She looks so pretty. I'm really, really anxious to see her. So we have our toolkit. I'll go over that really quick. And our, I just lost my brain. Our stickers are in there. And here is the kit. Oh, and the treasure quest card is in the bottom. And this is a bronze. So this is a treasure quest card, and they're like a trading card on here. You can collect these, but also they are a secondary reward system from Diamond Art Club. You collect so many and then you can get rewards. I'll put the link down in the description so you can see what that is. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Toolkit, really, really fast. I'll go over that for anybody new. So we have our baggies to kit up, kit down into, or whatever you wish to do. There are not enough for all the colors, so you will need more if that's how you want to use them. Diamond Art Club's Twist and Pick pen, which has a 4-placer on one end, and this end has the single brass tip multi-placer. It does look like there's putty in this one. They are switching over to a clear wax, so it just depends on what you get. I think this is the putty anyway. Pretty sure that looks like the putty. So you just twist this and putty starts coming out the end, and you can just keep twisting it and refill it when it runs out. You can put if you prefer wax or any of the other putties or anything like that, you can utilize that. If you have any questions, again, leave me a comment. Diamond Art Club's drill tray has a nice lid. Has the nice stopper so drills don't come flying out the end when you're shaking it. We also have a 7-tip multi-placer in there, and they still give you the pink wax if you prefer that, and then extra putty to put in the twist and pick if you want, or you can just use it in your multi-placers or whatever. You don't have to put it in the twist and pick. So there's that. Like I said, I went over that pretty fast, so if you have any go back on there. If you have any questions, please just leave me a comment and I will get an answer for you. All right, there's that. So then we have our thank you for your purchase, and you open this up and it has Diamond Art Club socials there. And then inside we have tips and tricks of diamond painting. We have the kit contents, so everything that is in the kit. 20% off your first app purchase, and then the Facebook group, which is a nice group to be in if you've made a purchase. And then in here we have step-by-step instructions, and then here is how to use that twist and pick pen, how to use it and how to refill it. And then, let's see, I'll move that there, and then we have our sticker sheet. I always want to open these up backwards. I don't know what my problem is. So we have the image, the original artwork image on there, as well as the kit information. We have the name over here. This is all sticker, so if you want to use this in a like a logbook or anything like that, you can. And these are all our individually pre-cut labels for your containers. This is an older kit, so it does have the ABs listed the old way. So anything in the older kits, anything 149 and below is an AB. They have switched over. They are now going by the DMC code and putting AB in front of it to indicate that it's an AB. So I do know this is quite a bit older kit, but that's okay. So there we have that. And let's open her up. I'm excited to see her. Let's see, can I get this one off right? Maybe. Almost. It's kind of a game, become a game with me. So hard to get those on and off for me without ripping them. So, all right, let's see. So she's going to open up this way, and I am going to bend this back. You can roll it back on itself, and it helps it lay flat quicker. It will lay flat on its own as well, but for the purpose of being able to show this, I want it to flatten quicker. Or what did I say? Oh my gosh, it will flatten on its own. Is that what I said? Ah. So I'm just doing that so it'll flatten. Oh my gosh, she's really pretty. And as you know, if you know me, love the hair. Gonna have so much fun blinging that out. Love, love, love. And this fish, so I saw this and I love this fish. I'm pretty sure this is a lionfish. And in my former husband's office, we used to have a big, huge saltwater fish tank. So pretty, you guys. If you've ever had a saltwater fish tank, the color of those fish are just so pretty. And we even had some of those. I think those are those called a tang? I think any fish people out there that know. But we bought a lionfish, and that thing was so awesome to watch. We really enjoyed watching that. Unfortunately, so we had some live coral or something in there. I think it was live coral. It's been a long time ago, guys. That we had purchased, as part of the setup and stuff to, for the fish to swim and hide and stuff. Well, I had gone in there one time and I was like, why do his tentacles, or I don't even know what you call those, but those were like shorter. I'm like, they weren't that short when we bought the fish. And so we started noticing a decline in the fish. It was so sad. I loved that fish. So we went to the fish store. We asked what could possibly be happening. And they asked if we had like live coral and different stuff in there. We said, yeah. And they said what could happen was like a crab or something like that could have come in with that coral, like hidden in it. And then when this fish gets anywhere close, it starts biting at or clawing at those tentacles. So that's the only thing we know of could happen. We tried to see if we could catch it. Like we would sneak in there in the dark at night. We'd drive over to his office at night and try and sneak down the hallway really, really quiet so not to scare anything. And then we walk in there and, sometimes we'd try and go and not turn any lights on. Sometimes we'd flip the lights on really quick to see if we could see anything scurry. And so we never could find any crab, but the fish did end up passing. It was really, really sad because it was such a really pretty fish. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? As much as I love doing the hair, and then this fish kind of has special meaning for me. And it's just a beautiful kit anyway. It's just really pretty. I had to have it. So anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't show you the kit. I went off on a little story tangent. So let's take a look. Oh, it fits in side to side, just not all the way. Fits in horizontally, just not vertically. Oh, and I didn't notice she's chained down here, dreaming of being human. So she must be like a mermaid that's dreaming of being human, maybe, because she's down in the water and she's chained. I didn't notice that before. That's interesting. Sometimes I like to know the background of what the artist was thinking when they drew stuff. Sometimes I try and see if I can find like a story on what, you know, made them draw something and stuff like that. It doesn't really always happen, but there are certain paintings that I kind of like to know what the background of the story of the painting is from, if anything at all. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so for anybody new, we have our Diamond Art Club at the top. Do what makes you. All right, so my SD card was full, so I had to get another one. So I forget exactly where I was, but I believe I was somewhere about right here. So legend on the left, legend on the right. And then down here we have our kit information. So it has the SKU, the name of the kit, the size, and then the artist. It is legally licensed. It does show it is legally licensed, so the artist is compensated. Over here we have a discount code and the Diamond Art Club socials. And then over here we have the lifetime warranty information, so you can email them if there's any issues. So as you can see, this one does have the dotted red lines, and it is not on the canvas. I'll show you. It's not on the canvas. It's just indicating this top cover has perforations in it. So these are all a section. So you can work on a section at a time. You don't have to use that. You can take it off and use your release papers or your washi tape if you prefer that method. But back to this cover sheet. That's a nice thickness of the cover sheet. The sticky is great. I'm barely touching that, and it's pulling right up with my finger. It does have the scalloped edges and the dotted lines there that helps prevent with fraying. Let's see, what else? Now I lost track of what I was doing since my camera shut down on me because my SD card was full. But I think that's it. Well, let's take a look. The back has a nice soft, I think they call it a tarpaulin canvas, but don't quote me on that because I can't remember the exact wording. But I think that's right. But it's nice and soft. Their canvases are really, really nice quality. So let me grab, I'm going to zoom you in so we can take a look at the color palette here. Lots of blues in there. We see those corally peachy colors. Some pretty, pretty colors in there. Some burgundy colors, maroon. Really, really pretty color palette. See a little bit of greens and yellows and some browns in there as well. So let me pull out, there's only 4 ABs, so I'm going to pull those out. We'll take a look at where they go on the canvas, but I'll be right back so you don't have to hear all that crinkling around. All right, so our 4AB, and AB stands for Aurora Borealis. It has that beautiful iridescent coating on there. Hopefully that is picking that up. So then we have this color here. And this color here. And then we have 3 bags of this color. Trying to see if that'll have like that iridescent pinkish hue on this one. So let's take a look at where these go. I'm going to zoom you back out. All right, so we have this one is the symbol 1. So I see that there's some down in this area here, a little bit over here. I see a little bit on her, that'd be a thumb there. Oh, there's quite a bit on Mr. Fishy over here. So up here on the front of his face here, and then all of these, this light and all of these tentacles. I think that's what they are. All that light is all that. That's going to make that look really, really pretty. Now, I'm not really seeing any up in her hair, and with the amount that's in there, okay, I do see some, whoops, I do see some over in here. So a little bit of darker that you see there, the like more beigey color, that is that as well. But that looks like about it that I'm finding. This one is indicated with number 2. And we have that kind of down in here through these blues. Down here, I see it. Up in here. Over in here, there's quite a bit. I see a little bit through here. A little bit in here. Continuing up through here. Let's see, do I see any? I see a little bit over and through this area and kind of through here and this blue area there. That is all I'm seeing of that one. So then we have this, it's indicated with a number 3. I'm kind of surprised there's not more throughout her hair. I'm not really seeing, I'm going to pull this up. I know it's going to create a shadow, and I apologize for that, but it's sometimes hard for me to see with that light shining. Okay. So I do see some, there's a little bit up in here and kind of some over in these areas here. So there is a little bit in her hair and some of the lighter. So there's a little bit over in here. I'm seeing it through here a little bit. Down into this area. So there is in her hair just the lighter areas. Little bits through here. So there's not much, but there's a little. That's going to make that look pretty. And then we have this, and this is number 4. So a lot of where you see the white, all through in here and this. There's some down in this area here, quite a bit up through here, and these little swirly cues. That swirly cue, there's quite a bit in this white area over here, excuse me. Up in here, there's chunks of it, there's little dots of it, like kind of you see all these white dots and throughout here, that's all of that. These little swirly cues, quite a bit of it through all this area here. Quite a bit through here, like it's a lot on this canvas. So down in here, down through here and here, around in here, here. This fish, like all of these coming down here, all of that white you see is all of that. There's some down in here, I think I said that, but all this in here. Like all these white pieces, singles and quad spaces you see over in here, all that. There's quite a bit of it up in here as well, and kind of some shoots of it throughout here as well. So there's a lot of that one. That's going to look really, really cool, you guys. But she is just beautiful. What do you think of her? Are you a fan of Dakota Daetwiler? Do you have this one? Did you do it? Have you seen it done? Let me know. I want to know all the stuff. But But yeah, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. A like puts a smile on my face. And if you have not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. If you want, it's totally free. If you want to see more content, just turn the notifications on and it will notify you. Otherwise, you have to kind of go look for my channel. I believe anyway. I mean, it probably shows up in a list, but it doesn't notify you when I put stuff out. And it just also helps get my content out to others who may enjoy it as well. So I appreciate any likes, thumbs up, subs. If you want to share it, you know, share it with somebody else that may like it. I very, very much appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming and watching today, joining me. Unboxing this beautiful, beautiful Dreaming of Being Human kit. So, thanks again, and I hope to see you on the next one.